All right. Appreciate that, Ross. Good morning, everybody. We are pumped to be back in the Valley. We got a couple weeks here at home, and so we're excited about that. It's hard to believe. I was telling our guys yesterday we got 3 home games left. That's it. All these opportunities are special and something that we look forward to all year long. And so really excited about back-to-back home games coming up and another night game, homecoming. It'll be a lot of fun. I always enjoy getting out with the students this week and seeing the progress on the floats and watching the Habitat home get built. That's always a lot of fun. I know it's raining, but I don't think that's ever slowed anything down around here. I know our students are doing a great job, and it's going to be an awesome weekend. But Boston College is 4-3. They've had 2 last-minute losses to Louisville and Wake Forest, 2 games they easily could have won. They did not play well at all versus Kansas, and looks like Kansas might be a little bit better too than maybe people want to give any credit to. But they really did not play well in that game, just one of them games. And Kansas had a good plan, did a good job executing, made some plays. But the Louisville game, the Wake game could have gone either way, literally. And so very competitive group. Obviously, their quarterback got hurt. It's been a challenge for them, but very impressed with what they've done to kind of rally back. And that game last week, it's like watching 1990 all over again. When you watch that tape, it just ain't no tricking nobody. It's downhill football. And big boy pads, big boy football this week. So this is old school, and there's a certain physicality and mindset that you got to have in a game like this. I'm actually really excited about it. I'm anxious to see how our guys are going to respond to the challenge that BC is going to present, because it is going to be a challenge. They're 6th in the country in rushing the football. We're 10th in the country in rushing. We're 10th in total offense. They're 11th in total offense. So you got 2 offenses that run the ball well, and they're number 1 in fewest sacks in the country. Part of that is they run the ball a lot, and their passing game is play action, sprints, boots, screens, and it's not a lot of drop back. They're not a team that gets a lot of 3rd and longs, but they're very efficient in what they do, and then their tempo. That's kind of an unusual thing with all the, tight end sets that they have for them to all of a sudden go tempo and run the power. So it's a little unique that way, but mostly a 12 personnel team. But again, it's run, play action, boot, sprint, screen, and some tricks mixed in there as well. They do a really nice job. But those 2 backs, 250 and 240. And that's if they're accurate. They might be fudging on those. It's almost November. So these are 2 big backs that like contact, that like to move the pile, that like to get the ball. And they just take a lot of pride. And, you give Steve a lot of credit for that. They're good up front, well coached, well coordinated. And but they're going to line up and run the ball. And you got to have a mindset to win your matchup. And you can't grow weary, because they're not. They're just going to keep handing it off, and you got to stop them. And that's what happened in that game last week. They just wore them down, and they rushed the ball for 429 yards on NC State, and NC State was giving up 67 yards a game rushing coming into that game. So that's what these guys are capable of doing. And then over on the defensive side, they're doing the same things. They're man coverage. They've don't have great depth up front, so they've created some pressure with their blitz schemes. And I think the biggest thing against them, their defense is trying to stay out of 3rd and longs. They do a great job on 3rd down, especially 3rd and long situations, with their coverage and all their double rat stuff that they got going on. So we got to do a nice job of us being efficient on offense and trying to find a way to stay on schedule and stay out of some of those 3rd and longs where you see some of those exotic things that they like to do. But a lot of man coverage. They line up and challenge you. Physical up front. Backers are good players. It's kind of wild for me because there's two guys on their D-line that started last week that I have a connection with. And that's kind of unusual when you think about Boston College. Obviously, Richard Yergin, coached him and loved Richard, and what a great story he is. In fact, I texted with him last week just how getting ready for Louisville and watching tape and watching him play. It was pretty inspiring to be able to see him play. And I know he's worked really hard and started last week against NC State, and so I know he's excited to come in and look forward to seeing him. But really proud of Richard, and then the Ram kid, 99. His dad and I played together at Alabama. Little TJ Ram. He's from Alabaster, Alabama. Went to Thompson High School, and but his dad Thomas was a great player at Alabama. Was a big 6'7" defensive lineman, and a good friend of mine. So got two guys right there that are got a little connection with. But it's a challenge for us, but we're looking forward to it. They're +7 in the turnover margin. I think that's another huge stat. We're back on the plus side. I think we're +2 now, so hopefully we can keep that trend going. But look forward to it. And then this is our breast cancer game. And so got the pink on today. We'll have a lot of pink out there this weekend. And just as always, a great week for us. Super excited about what's going on with our foundation. But when you talk about breast cancer, first of all, 1 in 8 women are going to deal with it. It's a 41,000 plus women will die this year from breast cancer, and it's the most commonly diagnosed cancer for women in this state, and just something that we've always been passionate about, and this game in particular is a big deal. And I really want to thank the WCCP folks. They've just been amazing. I know I'm going on Kelly and Kwok's show tomorrow, and gonna hang out with them for a while. It's just awesome, the support that we've been able to get from so many donors, and the foundation since its inception. We've given over $5.5 million away since 2010, and that's pretty amazing. And that just comes from so many people that are giving, and the money's been able to make a huge difference in this community. There's no doubt about it. Just in this November, when we do our grant luncheon, we're going to give a little over $1 million away in November to over 160 different charitable organizations, local in the state of South Carolina here, people that really depend on it, and it's awesome. And we've given a little over $1.25 million of that has gone to breast cancer research. We helped fund the first mobile mammography bus, and then we just did another $250,000 grant to get a second bus. And these two buses go out into Anderson, Oconee, Pickens counties, and they go into a lot of these underserved, underprivileged communities and do mammograms for women. So it's just a really awesome thing, again, to be able to use our platform in a positive way, and it's the all-in team because everybody is truly, all in and a part of it. And so just really can't thank the folks enough out there who give. So many people a lot of people I know, a lot of people I'll never know. And it's not really a day that goes by that I don't sign some type of tax receipt for somebody that has donated to the foundation. It could, from California to all over this country, we get money, and it's anywhere from $5 to whatever, and it's just it's pretty amazing, especially to think back to where we were when we sat down and started the foundation back in, forming it in 2009 and really getting it going in 2010 and raising $90,000 that first year to where we are this year. So really appreciate all the help. And then again, WCCP and the Tigers for Tata's campaign, and got the armbands, and I know we got shirts and pins and all those things that are out there, and really cool stuff. The pins this year have got the little national championship logo, so hopefully everybody want to get one of those, and look forward to a special week and hopefully making a difference. And then also I want to thank and congratulate our women's volleyball team and soccer teams. That they I think used their match this past weekend to raise money as well, and so they both got wins, and appreciate their support on this event. And with that, I'll take questions.
Coach, how does Dylan compare to some of the great backs that you've gone up against, Dalvin Cook, James Conner, Gurley, et cetera?
Well, he's just different. I mean, he's a very different guy. Maybe more like Connor than Dalvin. Dalvin is a different type of guy. Dylan is I mean, he's 250 pounds, and he's not. He's going to go through you. Dalvin can go through you. He's powerful, but he'll go around you and leave you. Dylan will just drag you. You might be on him, but he's dragging you. He's just a big, physical, old school back. He's one of those guys that you see at the NFL every week. So it's a challenge. I think it's a big challenge for especially our back seven guys. A lot of those guys that want to play on Sunday. This is what they're going to see every week in that league. Backs like this. So this is get them big boy pads out.
I was watching their game last week, too, and it's interesting you said the weary part that I felt like I was almost watching Georgia Tech just in the pure desire to run the football.
Yeah.
I know it's not the same offense, but is that
yeah, like I said, it was more like, for me, going back to 1990. They will do some shotgun, though, but they're under center, too. But just the physicality, and it's right at you. It's, they're running the zone, they're running power, down and arounds. I mean, and they just keep doing it. And I mean, it's just hard. I mean, you have to fit everything right, and you got to win some one-on-one tackles, and then they got these big bruising backs. These aren't little guys that they just move the pile, and they just keep coming, and then it's play action. That's what we had for years and years and years. Because you got to stop the run. So here comes the play action and the screens off of it, and the boot throwbacks and all those things that well coordinated teams have with that style of play. So it's but yeah, that's what they're built to do, and I think they've done a great job of using their personnel.
How they use their tight ends has always been really unique. What do you guys see when they put those big three-package tight end personnel?
Yeah, same thing. I mean, they're just trying to, create extra gaps. It's a mindset. It's hat on hat, and then they're trying to, a lot of bunch sets, a lot of close alignments, trying to get your eyes in the backfield and big plays off the play action. That's really what they're trying to do.
What have you seen from Braden Galloway's progression, kind of behind the scenes?
Braden, he's been good. I mean, he's good. He's practicing every day. He's over on the scout team. He's had a great attitude. I've been really pleased with how he's handled his situation this fall. I've been very engaged with the team and got a smile on his face, and he's just excited to eventually be able to get back out there.
About 20 snaps a game for Jordan McFadden right now. Could you just address his progression a little bit? Is he a guy that could maybe switch positions in the future just because of having Jackson ahead of him at left tackle?
Yeah, I don't think he'll switch positions. I think he'll probably be our right tackle next year. He's playing both. He's playing right and left, but he could go inside and play. I think he's one of those guys that could play any position, but he's probably that guy that'll be that right tackle for us. Probably going into the spring for sure. But he's doing a good job, just getting better and better, and really excited about his potential and his development to this point.
Coach, you have 10 interceptions already this year, just 12 all of last year. You said going into the season you thought this would be your best back seven ever. Is that just kind of a result of the experience that you have back there in the secondary?
Yeah, no question. I mean, we're deep and smart, and guys have played a lot of football. They care. They prepare really hard every week. I was just sitting here yesterday. I was walking through and 4 or 5 of them sitting in there watching tape, coaching themselves, and that's pretty cool. But that's the type of guys they are. They're just a very mature group. Those backers and safeties and corners that we got, and it's it's proven to be the case. We're finishing. Last year we didn't make a lot of that. We had our hands on a lot of balls. We didn't finish some of them. This year we're finishing a lot of those plays. So really proud of those guys. I think we're ninth in the country in takeaways. So hopefully we can, do a little better job of taking care of it on the offensive side and continue that plus climb.
Even though last year's D might have had more great individual players, do you think as a collective unit, this group is better than last year's group, or at least could be by the end of the year?
It's a day-to-day deal. If you look at it today, the statistics say that they're better, but that group, the seasons, we got a long way to go. But I think we're only giving up about 12 points a game, so we're a little ahead of where we were last year at this time. So just from a statistic standpoint, on paper they're a little better, but we'll see. That's a long way. That bunch was pretty special. And they got better and better and better and better and better, and that's the challenge with this team. Are we going to improve like last year's team? You win a game 45-10, and you only give up 10 points, and you think you played pretty good, and then you watch the tape and you go, "Dadgum, we had the most missed tackles we've had all year." And we got some alignment things. We just got a lot we got to fix. Now, the good news is our effort is overcoming some of that, so you don't get exposed for it. But make no mistake, we've got to get better on both sides of the ball. So, we'll see. We'll see if they make the same strides that last year's defense did, because they had some struggles early that cost us, but they got better and better and better and better as the season went. And then by the end of the year, we were awesome. So we'll see if this group makes the same type of growth.
Do you expect Xavier Thomas to be back?